Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Oh, well played. Lampard. Pato. And that has sent him sprawling. Totti. Roberto Carlos. That's a throw. Oh, that's delightful. Makaleli. Guardiola. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. Nesta cuts out the pass. Foot in. And it's Schneider. And he cuts out the supply. Totti, looking for the run. Pepe makes the interception. Lampard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Roberto Carlos finding himself in space.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Very nicely done. Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's hit the post! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Thailand with the corner, they're first. It's anyone's ball now. Oh, shooting chance! Little pass back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
And, oh, what? Oh, good climb!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. That'll be a throw-in. Totti going about things with real menace. Adams does really well to win the ball there. Ah, he's given it away. He's picked his way through. Shot a goal!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Thailand have broken through, it's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players.
And he's decided to go for it. Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Oh, he's not going to get any further than that. And it's Lampard. Great vision. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Drogba. Spread out to the left. Roberto Carlos in acres of space out wide. Big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's a sharp little ball here. Looking for a runner. Roberto Carlos. Makaleli. Now that looks a decent ball. Pedro Neto. And here's Pato. Oh, that's fabulous. Leicester did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Drogba unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's destined for the flank. Lam.
There will be one.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's found space here. Pedro Neto has the space to scheme. And this is Pato. Howson can. And that brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Thailand currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this
Substitution in
break
progress.
wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And Batistuta! And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Howson gets over and intercepts. Pass somewhat off target. Makaleli. Good driving run. Snyder! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Struck first time. Rising over the bar.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on.
And a chance! And he hits the net. They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Thailand restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Thailand are looking to play on the counter. Tries one from range. Lacking in accuracy.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Snyder. Roberto Carlos providing an outlet on that flank. And this is Pato. And that has been cleared. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. He's in plenty of space here. He's found a way through.
Oh, really well played. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He is just caressing the ball. And that pass isn't the best. Thailand perhaps contemplating their next change here. Raul, there he goes, motoring forward. Great defending, strong and determined. Guardiola defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Lampard. And they're on him in a flash. And it's Del Piero. That's a super give and go.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Batistuta. Oh, that was vital. Gets a good foot in there. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now, what about a counter-attack? Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's Hazard! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Roberto Carlos tries to pass it through. Pato! Goal! And the comeback is complete. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Some great movement here and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Substitutions taking place.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
And it's Fernando Torres.
Thailand really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And here's Neymar. They want to be quick. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's going to go a long way. Schneider powering forward here. Oh, well measured. Schneider played out to the left flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Thailand nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Great chance! Well taken goal. They have stolen level at the last.
For Thailand.
Truly
After
superb.
88
A goal of
minutes.
such supreme
Number
quality,
22,
composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination
Added
can
minute has been
achieve.
indicated.
Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find the winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Raul. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Nesta. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Raul. He won't be happy with that one. Neymar. And he can thump it away. They'll have to settle for that. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square.
I'm afraid to tell you
Your
that
final
we're
thoughts,
expecting
Jim?
traffic to
Peter,
be heavy
I
after.
suppose
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody,
stadium,
and
and the
welcome to
players on the
today's
pitch are
match.
raring to go
Manchester
any minute now.
United against Thailand.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Makaleli. And here's Pato. And here's Schneider. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Dembele. And here's Makaleli. Lampard. And here's Azar. He's in plenty of space here. Lampard. He'll try from distance. Oh, crossbar! And that should get the job done. Dembele. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
That has not gone well. Makaleli has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. It's Lampard! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Roberto Carlos. Still goalless. Played out towards the right wing. And here's Neto. Oh, good take in a good area. Lampard. Totti. It's a sharp pass. And this is Neymar. Oh, it's Dembele. Neymar. Oh, he's bustling through here. Goes for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Schneider really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his impact.
Big chance! And no mistake. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
He's having a pop! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Roberto Carlos. Desai. And it's Pepe. It's Schneider. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Mbappe. Pass somewhat off target. Desai. Makaleli. And it's Schneider. Under an awful lot of pressure. He's going for goal! Superb from Pato! A finish right from the top draw. That is his ton, and does he not know it? Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Roberto Carlos. Schneider conjures time and space where few can. Makalele. And it's Pepe. Salam. Pedro Neto. That's a good foray he's making. He's in a great position here. There's the shot! And that's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Oh, what a game we have on our hands here. And it's half-time. Thailand are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. And we are up to the break.
I think it shows you the danger of not killing off the game when you got the opportunity. It might be level on paper, Peter, but we know who has the momentum now to go on and win this.
So a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. And that's the second half started.
Thailand are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
He's picked his way through. Oh, he's played it in low. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Thailand clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Neymar. He might be in charge for a shot! It's there!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Manchester United leading now. Thailand come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Neymar, Mbappe, and the shot! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager
tries a shot! Tries to get it clear. And it's Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Lampard. Thailand do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Schneider. And it's Makalele. To Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Now it's Mbappe. So what can they make of this? Now it's Neymar. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And it's Kimmich. Look at the space here. Deftly away. It's gone for a throw-in.
Substitutions taking place.
Delivered low. Makalele clears it away. Neymar. Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Great ball, and he's in here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Schneider given the lift of his goal. And it's Drogba. Maldini cuts out the pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Neymar. He's found a way through. Pepe did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Roberto Carlos.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 10.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And here's Neymar.
Number 13.
Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Odegaard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He plays one free. Oh, he's all alone, and he shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score.
Oh, what has happened here? Schneider. Probing pass.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And he's running through. He's had a shot! It's fallen kindly here. And a neat finish. Just cruising. They are cruising. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Substitution.
Manchester United are having a ball here. Now it's Drogba.
There will be 5 minutes
good read.
added time.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And here's Stojkovic. Oh, he's found support out wide. Odegaard. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Stojkovic. Stojkovic stood his ground strongly. Played out wide. Tries to pass it through. Neymar takes a shot! Neymar! What about that one? He's got himself an absolute peach.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and...
And the referee brings it to a close. Thailand cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Desai writing himself into team folklore. It's career game number 500 for him today, Jim.
Well, what an amazing career he's had, Peter, and I'm sure this won't be the last significant landmark he'll surpass. I think when it comes to consistency, this guy has set the levels.
And he's there to belt it away. Lampard, and it's Stojkovic. For Lahm. He's picked his way through. Played into the box. And he can thump it away. We get a throw in. He is through here. It's a sweeping cross. Well read, and the danger is averted. Thailand appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. Stojkovic. Oh, good read. Desai calmly anticipates. And there's green grass ahead of him. Semenyo! Superb from Antoine Semenyo! About as smooth as it gets. And we have liftoff. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
He's had a shot!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
It's Dembele! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Thailand really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Looking to play him in. And this is Hazard. He's having a shot! In he goes again. Oh, the ball's run loose here. O'Shea with the clearance. Schneider. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. And this is Hazard.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's made its way to him. And he's gone backward here. And he's heaved it away. Van Dijk cuts it out. Is there any support? He might not need it. Looks across and plays it in. And that has been cleared.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Lampard. And this is Hazard. Pinches it off him. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Dembele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pepe does really well there, he is strong. Now it's Stojkovic. Can he spark a counter here? Ambitious ball here. Little pass back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Schneider. Schneider. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. He's having a good look here. Looking here to alter the direction of the game. Roberto Carlos! Decent hit from there. Trossard does well to get it back. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Oh, that's a key interception. Makaleli. Mateus. Pepe. Makaleli. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Schneider. And here's
minutes
Pato.
has been indicated.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Substitution for Thailand. Number 21.
So right back into the action.
Number 14.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach
Number
here.
8.
They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also
Coming
have
on
to
the
be aware
field,
that going 3 down
number
will
24,
probably seal their fate.
Raoul. Number 11. Didier Drogba.
It's a decent chance to
Number
counter-attack.
18,
Probing
Gerrard.
pass. And he's certainly onside here. Abiati getting this one clear. Now it's Trossard. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Schneider. Done delicately. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Lecce couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Makalele wins the duel this time. Thailand needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Ball comes in.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Substitution in progress.
Corner number 2 then. Bullish header! It's fallen kindly here. Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Nicely aimed pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Drogba. Played down the flank. No luck with that. Dink over the top. Lahm. Looking for options for movement. He's got away. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's a promising position, and he's managed to get free. And a header! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
It's roll! Thailand still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Ronaldinho. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, they've got it again. And This is an adventurous rundown. Ronaldinho! And the keeper read that really well.
Lecce really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Goes for the shot! And that is great goalkeeping.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Roberto Carlos. That's a good run down the left.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
In comes the corner.
Substitution for Thailand. Number
The two
17.
coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Pepe. Coming on the field.
And now they can
Number
spring out of
10,
defence.
Neymar. Number 19. Albert Ferrer.
Oh, he's having a goal! No, he's missed it.
Mateus probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
And that has put paid to that.
Thailand seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Lam did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. It's their second corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. That has not gone well. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Drogba. In with the challenge. Oh, it's come loose. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now, can they get him away? And he was alert to it. That's really well cleared. Roberto Carlos. And it's Gerrard.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And here's Drogba. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Drogba. And that has left him in a heap. And this is Snyder. And he shoots! Thailand have their third corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And that's it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well,
Just a
there was
quick
a
announcement.
distinct
This is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Lampard playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Roberto Carlos. To Schneider. And the pass is intercepted. Gerrard. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Roberto Carlos. Hazard. It's Makalele. Desai. And it's Roberto Carlos. Nicely weighted ball. Played for Lampard. Probing pass. Lofted in. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. Roberto Carlos. And it's Hazard. And it's Schneider. And he's decided to go for it. Thailand with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Silvesh getting this one clear. The Gelta Sendai have the chance to go the other way. First quarter of an hour gone. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Lampard played into space. Has to go back here. And can he finish it? Thailand are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Desai, always a very imposing presence at the back. And it's Schneider. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. This might spell danger. No way through. Thailand do love to play that diagonal long ball, don't they, Jim?
Yeah, and the fullbacks are proving to be useful outlets for them too, Peter. The opposition could do with...
Vitinha! And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
De Ligt gathers from the goal kick. Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, well played. Pepe. Makalele. Desai. And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Hazard. Lampard. Lovely feet. And here's Schneider.
Schneider really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. No way through, so back it comes. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And here's Shevchenko. Silvestre.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Chance for a shot! Makalele clears without hesitation. Schneider.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Schneider. No foul, says the referee. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha. Oh, that's fabulous. Cleared away. And it's Nakamura. And this is Shevchenko. That's the end of the first 45. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy
And a quick
more
announcement for the
precision
benefit
up
of
top.
anybody who has found
They prove
themselves
they
a
can
little
create
lost today.
chances.
Please
Now
look
they
at the
need to
screen
start
for
putting them
information
away.
on how to
That's
find
the
your
next
way
step.
around this stadium.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0 at the break.
Pedro Neto.
So off we go again.
Coming on to replace him is
Thailand are
number
probably
24.
feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
There will be a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Hazard making good progress. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Raul. Nakamura did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Vitinha was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Vitinha, and it's been played through. And Shevchenko!
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Can he get it through? Pepe gets across to intercept that. Thailand different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Desai. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Desai. Thailand perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Nakamura. Good ball over the top. Not the most accurate pass. Nakamura. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Lampard. Raul. Here's a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Lampard. And it's Schneider. And that's gone loose. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Roberto Carlos at it in a wide position. And that should get the job done. And smartly reclaimed.
That was lovely, that.
Here's a chance! No, he's missed it.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And this is Shevchenko. Good ball, good take. Shevchenko. Shevchenko! And that's another fine save.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Substitution for Thailand. Number 17, Hazard. Number 8,
Desai,
Frank Lampard.
and
Number
Makaleli,
14,
and it's
Alexandre
Gerrard.
Pato.
Knocks it into
Coming on the
space.
field, number
He is
10,
through here.
Neymar. Number 18, Gerrard. Number 11, Didier Drogba.
Lee Kang in is
Substitutions
fouled.
taking place.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Yamal is wide and looking to get onto this. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter. Real Sendai clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Kvaratskhelia, Lahm spots it, and it's
Shot a goal!
and that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Looking for a runner. And no, that was never going to make it. Now that looks a decent ball. Kvaratskhelia.
Great chance! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy!
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
The Gelta Sendai look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Gerrard, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. It's Snyder! Oh, he has leathered that.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And here's Raul. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Throw it. Kvaratskhelia.
So that's it. It is all over.
Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello, everybody,
camaraderie.
and
The
welcome
fans
to
have
today's
pulled out all
match.
the stops to make this a
Thailand
monumental occasion.
Against Barcelona.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Well, we're on the way.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Ashraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine and occasionally an eye for goal.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Here's a shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Messi. And that has left him in a heap. Gerrard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Dembele. And it's Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So
It's Snyder! Olise scooting forward. Makaleli. And he's in on goal. Schneider. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Decent hit from there. Hernandez. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. It's a promising position, and he's managed to get free.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Makaleli. He is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Plays the return pass.
Thailand clearly have been told to play long diagonal balls, switching the play.
And what do you think, Jim? Is it working?
To some extent, Peter, but they could do with mixing it up a little as well. Try open up some space before going long again.
That's a nicely shaped ball. He has found the way through. Dembele! And it's come back out to him. Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Mbappe clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Spread it left. Olise will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Makaleli opts for safety. Desai. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And it's Hazard. And it's Schneider. And Makaleli. Desai. And it's Roberto Carlos. To Schneider. And here's Pato. Whistle's gone, that's foul. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And a real chance to break the deadlock. Roberto Carlos! It's hit the upright. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Pedro Neto. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Lampard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Knocks it into space. Picked out brilliantly. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Barcelona! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, cracking ball. Hakimi. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Schneider. And this is Pato. Great ball, and he's in here. Hakimi. And that signals the end of the first period. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Thailand go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter,
I'm
but
afraid to
thankfully
tell
this
you
is
that
still
we're
very
expecting
savable.
traffic to be
Keep
heavy
things
after the
simple,
final
keep
whistle
the
today.
intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution for Thailand, number 22.
Down to
Pedro
business
Neto.
again.
Coming on to replace
Thailand
him is
can really do with
number
some bigger
24,
names standing up here. At
Raul.
times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Thailand come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Now it's Messi. Pepe gives no quarter whatsoever. Oh, Red, nice interception. He's being urged to shoot. Thailand can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Azar, a player who needs no introduction. Pato. Raul. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Tries to play it through. Messi gets into a good position. Distributed tidily. And he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Messi. Gerrard. Thailand still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. Upamecano. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Makalele producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And this is Pato. It's Pato! It's a loose ball. Has to go back here. And it's Lampard. Great chance! And again, he is at his elastic best.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Desai makes the interception. Schneider. Makalele. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Thailand really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And this is Raul.
Raul really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Tries one from range. A ripper from Raul. One more for his glittering collection.
The goals
About as smooth as it gets.
after 76 minutes.
Do
is
not write them
number
off.
24.
Back they come.
Raul!
Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot around the ball so effortlessly.
Number 17,
Amazing.
Hazard. Coming on the field is number 10, Neymar.
So we have movement on both benches. We're looking at a different game now.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Right, Shevchenko. He's got away. Chance for a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, it goes to show you there's a lot you can do if you have willing runners like that. You'll always get that chance. And it's quite direct from them. It's actually quite long from back to front.
Konate wins the duel this time. It's a good surge he's making up the left-hand side.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Can he get it through? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Gerrard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Makalele. Schneider has created one goal already. And it's Schneider. And here's Drogba. Thailand claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He's picked his way through. Shevchenko has it out wide and in space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, they can break here. Looking for a runner. He's on it. Can he get away? He is through here. He leaps for it. And another try. Witz. They huffed and they puffed, but that will be that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled
today's
out all
match.
the stops to make this a
Saudi
monumental
Arabia
occasion.
Against Thailand.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a real air of authority about him now as he matures through the game.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Lam. Pedro Neto. And the through ball. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Lampard tries to play it through. He's picked his way through, crossed into the box. Soboslai wins the duel this time. Totti tries to pass it through. Messi in acres of space out wide. And this is Modric. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Lam. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. Can he get on the end of this? Great chance! Deftly away. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Picked out brilliantly. That's a dangerous ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Totti. No foul, says the referee. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Pepe did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's certainly onside here. Modric, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Looking for options for movement. Donadoni gets into a good position. Messi, chance, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? Thailand, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. That has been slung wide. And he's gone backward here. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Lam. Lampard. Now it's Pato. Now he's got space here. Nicely worked. Schneider! Oh, special! That is a special goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Schneider can so cleverly bypass the press.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Guardiola producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And they've got a throw. And it's Roberto Carlos. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Desai is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Played through for the wide man.
Oh, really well played.
Hazard with the delivery. He's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Real chance!
And that's in. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Saudi Arabia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
There will be
Oh,
1
not
minute
quite
added
on the
time.
same wavelength.
Lam, and the counter is on.
He's in plenty of space here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
So 45 minutes of
Substitution in progress.
uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Pass somewhat off target. Thailand come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
And that is expertly dealt with.
Alexander Pato clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Knocks it into space. Totti looking to receive it in space. And that was very necessary. And this ended up in no man's land. Gerrard. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Threads one in, and he welcomes it in.
Shot at goal! He's got a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
He's having a shot! And they've got rid. Messi. That's going wide left.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Saudi Arabia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, just skips past his man. Chance for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Donadoni clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Sneijder. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. Thailand perhaps contemplating their next change here. And here's Sneijder. Takes a shot. Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
well played. So much time. It's roll! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Great vision. Oh, super ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he shoots! And that is well cleared. Great defending, strong and determined.
Saudi Arabia surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Hazard! So close to drawing level.
Hazard is clearly gutted about that one, but he needs to shake it off and go again.
Substitution for Saudi Arabia.
So changes afoot here, and from both
15,
sides.
Modric. Number 3.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Coming on the field. Number 17.
This is good. Oh, he's been caught napping. This looks promising.
Number 14.
Looking for a corner.
Caicedo. Substitutions taking place.
Tries one from range. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a pretty loose pass. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Gerrard. Well, this could be it. Something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now it's Dani Olmo. He has found a way through. And here's Donatoni. Dani Olmo. Hefty challenge, but fair enough.
Saudi Arabia nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of...
And it's Drogba. And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. They have stolen level at the last.
The goal scorer for Thailand.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost
Number
glee.
10.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. We were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Dani Olmo proves just a little bit too strong. That's it, the referee says enough. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end.